What's going on, everybody? Sharpie360 here, and I survived 7 Horde nights and 7 days to die, and this game is still friggin' awesome. But before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I've been upgrading down here a little bit, the walls and stuff, because this rock just ain't gonna do it, and I kind of want to keep this main base where I'm at, so I've just been deciding to put some concrete blocks around the main build area right here that I'm using to craft, and I got my forges and all that stuff right here, and added some more boxes in here. But anyways, this isn't about that. So currently I'm level 45. Today is the 51st day, just started, and yeah, level 45. Got some stats here, nothing crazy. Longest life, I just died, not during the Horde night, but right before the Horde night, last night on stream on Rumble. I friggin' died. Got stuck on a tier 4 quest. Speaking of which, okay, so I've been putting in some more time and stuff into this game, and really have gotten to know kind of the ins and outs of everything, as far as the crafting system, building system, basically the game loop with the points of interest, questing and whatnot. And then of course also the Horde nights, which have been fairly manageable for the most part. I know for the last couple, oh, we got a screamer here. This location always has screamers that are trying to get in here, so it's always what I'm dealing with. But yeah, so the first couple of Horde nights, first couple of weeks in game, I spent just kind of defending out of this little hole in the ground. But that got to be really unmanageable real quick, and especially when I realized that the block damage was just crap for the dirt versus... Let me just get rid of these guys really quick. It's 4 o'clock. Oh. Look at this. Is that everyone? Oh, we got this guy. Look at this fucking idiot. Okay, I think that's everybody. So, as I was saying, the first couple of Horde nights I started out in this base. If you watch the first video, one of the main things that I was enamored by with this game is the building system and the kind of the block-based system that it has going for it, and also the tunneling system here. So I wanted to immediately just dig and see what all I could do with the tunneling system and all that stuff. So I spent a couple of Horde nights defending this place from the entrance up there, and it got to be really overwhelming pretty quickly. So it was time to branch out. And unlocking a bike from Trader Joel's or whatever, I think that was when I unlocked tier 2 quests, that really made transportation and getting around a lot easier, being able to cover a lot more ground. So I've been really utilizing that, and I haven't gotten a motorcycle or a mini bike yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, this has been pretty much the main base that I'm going to kind of work out of. It's a pretty good central location in the map too, so you can see all the different areas I've kind of been tracking out to and stuff. Hopefully with the new vehicles that I can build and research and unlock and stuff like that, being able to travel across bigger distances is going to be a lot more manageable than just this bike, because this does take forever and it takes stamina. So if you got a broken leg and stuff, it's really shitty to try and limp back to your base or whatever. So as I mentioned, with Horde night getting more and more unmanageable and insane with each passing week, it was time to branch out a little bit. So I decided to attempt to build a Horde base, and this is what I've come up with so far. I'm building it on this cabin POI. And basically I have a little tower up there. We'll go take a look in a second. But yeah, building it on this POI right now. I found that the first time I tried to build on a little bit, POIs are super buggy and whatnot, so I had to find out the hard way that when you trigger a quest to add a certain POI, it resets the whole place. And so like building and stuff, all of my first attempt got demolished. So I won't be doing that mistake again. But ever since then, I've been rebuilding and kind of, this thing has been working really well. So let's go take a look up there and see kind of the vantage point that I have. All around this POI, I built a kind of like a little death channel for people to get caught in. But for Horde Night, I found that really the pathing brought all the zombies to this main corner here, this back corner over here. So I kind of focused a lot of my efforts on there, and yeah, built the channel all the way around. But yeah, they're coming in through this main corner and then also starting to attack the base of the cabin down here. And luckily it's a fireplace, so that has a pretty strong brick to begin with, but I decided to fortify it a lot more. So I have like 3 layers deep of 5,000 health point blocks placed right there. So it's actually been quite easy to manage the Horde Night now. He'll stand up there, and I'll throw up some footage of me playing Horde Night 7 last night as well. You can kind of take a look. It's basically all just kind of pile in this area, a little bit up here, and they just go apeshit trying to attack this wall, getting into the basement, I would believe, based on, I guess that's the best pathfinding route that they've decided. So yeah, they all pool up down back here, and I just stand up there, and I can just pick them off one by one as I see fit right here with this nice vantage point that I got set up. And I got a forge up here, and I got a fireplace for some cookings and all that good stuff, and a cement mixer at the moment as well, because fortifying the stuff, I just bring some raw materials, keep it in the storage box for Horde Night, along with some first aid and some food and stuff, and also some ammo. And I've spent the last 2 Horde Nights here, so Horde Night 6 and 7 up here, or actually, but 5, 6, and 7 up here, and it's worked out pretty well, and I've been just riffing off of what's worked so far, and as long as you don't fuck with the POI quest, or reset it or anything like that, all this stuff has been staying here pretty stable without any issues. And I'm also getting some of the actual housing pieces, in here upgraded as well, so they're a lot more rigid than just this wood paneling as well. So for the most part, this is working. I haven't had too many issues with being overrun yet. Some of the zombies will make it into the house, and they'll path up here and try and get out this window, in which case I'll usually stand out there with a shotgun, or I can actually see from up on my platform and kind of pick them off as well too. So all of that works pretty well, but I feel like this may not work 100% all the time. I'm gonna have to definitely figure out long-term solutions for better sustainability than just picking them off one by one, because I think I was doing it until like 6:30 in the morning after the blood moon had dissipated. So pretty cool beans. I'm also gonna get some better weapons, so that will help as well. So yeah, that's my Horde base so far, and I don't know, yeah, it works. Oh, guys, always thirsty. Always thirsty. So like I said, I do have the up to tier 4 quests unlocked, and what I've found is that the tiers 1 through 3 have been pretty easy for the most part. I haven't had too much issue getting them done with. I did more of the difficult ones being like the night quests and whatnot, or the buried treasure one. That one's kind of a pain in the ass depending on where it's at sometimes, but really nothing too unmanageable. But when I unlocked tier 4, then it was just like a whole different ball game. I don't know. They have like the glowy eyes coming out. They got me going over to different areas of the map, which have harder enemies and whatnot. So it's just been a whole butt kick of like difficulty increase, which is cool. I like it. It's definitely given it a nice change of pace versus just kind of running around and doing this, because that gets old after a while. And the reason why I'm going up this hillside is because I'm working on a project on this island. Cool. So this is the project that I'm working on at the moment. I'm going to build a super ultra awesome mega horde base castle complex fortress of epic proportions. It's going to be right here. And so, I don't know. I'm just trying to see. I just really want to build and experiment out here and see what kind of cool shit I can do. The zombies just kind of walk on the bed of the lake, and water doesn't seem to faze them at all, so they're just gonna walk up here. But maybe this dock I have set up here will screw with the pathing enough just so they start all piling up over there. I don't know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I just want to build here and build something cool and see what kind of like POI I can build for the hell of it. And what I'm going to do actually is it's going to be going down as well. And these two sides have concrete blocks all the way down to bedrock. I'm just setting myself up for more foundational stuff because I want to be doing down as well as up and over onto that side of the island as well. So just building crazy crap. Very rudimentary at this point. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. But that is a grind for sure. Yeah, I have 91 hours total in this game so far now, and I would definitely recommend playing it, checking it out. So in addition to unlocking the tier 4 quests, that also has come with like branching out to different POIs. I've been exploring the map more, and this yellow spot sucks. Okay, so let's say this. Winter area sucks because you're just cold and slow all the time, and the weather sucks. And this yellow area is even worse because this yellow area, the goddamn junkyard biome where everything, there's like steel girders laying all over the place. They got these like super demons and crazy enemies over there that I was just like finding for the first time the last playthrough that I was streaming. It was just like insane because I was running into these super demon things and these big old green puffball toxic fume explodey guys. And then like some like screamer chick, but she was in like a doctor's outfit, so I don't even know what's going on over there. But I had to get the hell out of there because I almost died during a fetch quest level 4, and it just got too intense. I think it was at night that I had to bail out too. So okay, so for a couple things that I don't really care for or that have been kind of irritating. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Okay, so as I was saying, a couple of the annoying things or stuff that's really starting to kind of get on my nerves with this game, or the cons, I guess you could say, is I feel like a lot of this game, the discovery or like finding shit is all based on RNG. There's too much in this game that's based on RNG. For instance, what you get for rewards and all that stuff, it all just seems to be completely random. I mean, it's within like your game state, you know, appropriate game state, it seems like, but like POIs and like finding stuff in containers and all that just seems to be kind of a luck of the draw. And I know that's kind of how it's intended, but for when you're trying to track down like schematics or like, I mean, skill books you can find in mailboxes, but like if you're just trying to track down like some of the more sought after like items or schematics or materials and stuff like that, I feel like there's got to be a little bit or a better solution than just RNG the hell out of it and just hope that you run into it at some point. So that gets really old. I was looking for the wrench schematic and just a wrench in general for like 2 weeks in game, and it was just driving me nuts because I couldn't buy it at the store or the trader. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was just stuck on that because I couldn't make a workbench without a wrench. So it was really frustrating. And that's just like, I mean, examples like that with the chemistry station and the cement mixer and whatnot. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. So I would like to see something like that kind of improve or change, or maybe have more options to unlock those items, specifically like schematics in other ways, maybe more of a quest based way. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a pleb that plays video games. Okay, so 3 things I'd like to see changed in future updates or addressed at some point is, one being the swimming. It's absolutely atrocious. I mean, what is this? What is this? This isn't swimming. This is terrible. And that's provided the water works. I know that they're going to be updating the water in patch 21, but still, the actual swimming mechanic needs to be fixed because that's horrible, alright? Next is, what I would like to see is like for items that are dependent on other items that you still have to make, I'd like to be able to see like if you click on this like duct tape for instance, or the forged iron, that brings up the actual recipe for that item itself. Because like the favorites thing like just doesn't work that well, because if you have something in here, then your favorites is basically useless, and it doesn't, I don't know, just there's some minor touches like that. So I'd like to be able to see that happen. And the only other thing that I'd really like to see changed, or a big improvement I'd like to see, is just finding items and the POIs and whatnot and the RNG. I feel like there needs to be a better system for that, but who knows? Again, like I said, I'm just a pleb that plays video games, so that's the 3 things that I would like to see addressed first and foremost, I guess, from my experience so far. Plus the stability of the game. Look at that, smoke has been sitting there since like the 2nd week. And yeah, just wonderful. Apparently the fun pimp's got it all figured out, so that and the game is just glitchy as hell sometimes. Like, I've had issues with texture pop in and out, and I've had issues where stuff is not loading, or I'm getting... Most recently, I've been having a lot of frame drops, and I think that's just because of lack of optimization with certain items that I'm using, or certain POIs and whatnot, but still, it sucks when you're losing 3, 4, 5 sets of frames at a time. When you're in the heat of the battle, it's really frustrating. It just feels like the game starts to lag. And I've actually had it crash on me a couple of times too, but overall I would say that the performance in-game has been mostly stellar. I haven't had too many issues with it, but when it does happen, it's really frustrating because it happens at the worst times possible. So yeah, Alpha 21 is just around the corner, and if you're watching this right now, it comes out this next Monday or whatever for the experimental for Alpha 21 drops on Steam, so that'll be pretty cool. But it sounds like they once again have overhauled everything, and it has divided the community once again because they just reworked a lot of the systems that a lot of people really liked, and I don't know, so we'll just have to see. I think it'll be more interesting to have a take on this when I play Alpha 21, now that I have more experience in the actual game itself and kind of more familiar with the building systems, the crafting system, the leveling system, and all that good stuff. The advancement system. It's all starting to become more familiar and secondhand knowledge, basically, you know, without having to think about it. So having a lot of that change will be interesting to see, to say the least. I haven't been able to play as much time in co-op as I'd like, but I think that'll be really interesting to see how that changes the dynamic of things now that I have a little bit more experience in the game as a whole as well. Be able to accomplish a lot more. I'm gonna probably start a new game at some point too and just see what I can get done in like the first 2 weeks or whatever, now that I kind of know how things work and whatnot. But for the most part, it's been pretty fun figuring it out, and it hasn't been too strenuous. Nothing really that I've had to look up online to figure out how to build or whatever. It's mainly just been like tips and guides on like best methods and whatnot that I've had to look up online, but it's pretty cool still. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this video up, and then I know that some of you in the comments have mentioned to check out some of the mods, so that is coming as well. But like, kind of, I was thinking about doing it, but then I really came to the conclusion again that I wanted to get more time under my belt in the actual vanilla game before I would even be able to make an honest judgment on whether the mods, or like how the overhaul mods would line up in the first place. So I figured I'd just stick to vanilla for right now, but definitely going to be looking into the mods for the next video at least to see how that goes. Some of them seem kind of intensive to install, so definitely keep an eye out for that when that drops. I got another screamer up there, damn it. No screamer. I don't know where the hell she went, but it gave me the heebie-jeebies. But anyways, I'm gonna go track her down. So if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are again on 7 days and what mods I should check out. Let me know what your thoughts are on the patch 21 or Alpha 21 coming out, because I know that's kind of a hot button topic at the moment. And cool, I'm gonna keep playing this game, and it's fucking awesome. So that's my take on 7 Horde nights in 7 days to die. And we'll catch you on the next one. Until next time, sharp out.